Hello guys, and yeah, hobby updates. The 22nd of February 2021. There's a lot. There's a lot. First, let me show off. If I come on, Poxwalkers, get the fuck out. The thing that I built when it comes to the Daughters of Cain ones. I built Morathi without her wings. I actually really like how she looks with just no wings. And one thing I had to do is because one of the wing, the wing on her left side, if it focus, it gets slotted in right there. So I had to fill that up. And I didn't want to play around with, milliput and all that. So I decided to try out several layers of art code, gloss varnish, you just fill a gap little over time. And it worked. And then I started with the base for the shadow form or the snake form. And I had a lot of problem with this arm right here, getting it. Because normally this arm would actually be like over his face. Because this is someone who tried to walk up to Morathi, got turned into stone, and then broken. And this is how he's supposed to stand. Because I tried like, oh god, this seems very weird that he's here. He got like turned into stone right here, broken in half, and then all like, I don't know, to me that seemed like a weird angle for this piece to fall instead of this piece, but it didn't look super good when I tried to put it, somewhere else. So I said, fuck it, let's just put it right there. Then with this arm, I had to cut a little bit to be able to get the arm to be, on the side instead of covering up his face. Because I understand why he's covering his face. He's covering his face to not be turned into stone. But it obscures all this detail, I think that's a pretty cool detail on the base. So I decided to do it like that. And then other things that I have done. Because it is very cold, I don't want to prime in this weather. Because I have to have the window open and yeah. It's still minus. So I decided, you know what? Let's start with some of the Poxwalkers. And I've just done the washes on them so far. And as you can see in the background, I've done the base coat of green on the Seraphon as well. So yeah, on my modified and all that Poxwalkers, I've just done, the washes and all that, which was, and this chestnut ink as the skin tone. Obviously I watered it down, I thinned it down with this what it's called. It's the watercolor acrylic medium. I get it in big bottles and then I add it to these smaller bottles that I have scattered around. Like here's another bottle that I filled with it, because the big bottles is in a cabinet, because it's not really that good pouring with the big bottle. But that's like that coat, along with like a few drops of red. Like I don't think I used any blue, and some green. Just play around. then I also use this. Then over, I let the beginning wash, which was like a mixture of these colors. That dried out, and then I used this right here, which is 2 parts Agrax, 2 parts Reichland Flesh Shade, 1 part Lamian Medium, and 5 drops a blue shade. And yeah, that is how I got this type of skin. Then I'm gonna do the details, and yeah. And this guy right here, the green right there is for me. I had some green over when doing them, so I just dry brushed a little bit. Well, I dry brushed it on him before I started doing the washes. Because I mean, they're Nurgle, just give them different shades, all that, you know. With some of them in places where, you know, like there it was like bare plastic and all that, you know, which is why, so it was gray, which is why, you know, that's the color it is. I'm just gonna put Nurgle's Rot over those places to hide them, because I was like, ah, fuck, I don't wanna put like a white paint and then do this over. I'm just gonna put Nurgle's Rot. Yeah. I mean, this guy is probably my favorite out of all these Poxwalkers. Like, a very, very simple thing. Just drilling a little bit of a hole in his head, fixing it up, and just putting this mortar. So he got hit by a mortar, but it didn't explode. So it just got stuck right there. And I just find that so funny, and yeah. Yeah, and in case someone was wondering, what did I do with this guy? Well, I replaced his arm. I replaced this arm as well with another tentacle. I replaced his leg with another tentacle, so this is like Tentacle Man. I should have replaced this arm as well with a tentacle. I think I didn't do it. I mean, this was probably 3 or 4 years ago. I think I didn't do it because I thought this was funny, having him just a little small hand like that would look very funny. But yeah. Oh yeah, and also, like, you know, this guy is just green base coat. I haven't done anything else this week on these guys. Like, I decided, you know, my Seraphon are gonna be green. And then, you know, special characters and like old bloods will be albino. So yeah, that was that of my hobby update.